What's up? What's up? What's
What's up,
up?
guys?
Everyone doing okay?
Doing really good.
Very good.
Cool, cool. Another week, another Tuesday live with us with the Geeked Out Click. I think next week though we're gonna have go a little break ski because next Tuesday, no, for at least for me and Rob, we're gonna be going at this time next week. We will be in the theater watching Superman, the 2025 David Corn Sweat, James Gunn. Who plays Luthor? Come on, I'm
I
having a
forgot his
brain fart.
name, but he's in everything.
Yeah, he's in everything. But yeah, we I think it's like the special Amazon deal that they're having, like the
Yeah, the
sneak,
Prime screening.
the prime screening, whatever. So it's actually I think it comes on at 7 next
Dude,
next
it's
week.
sold
So
out so quickly. I
yeah,
went
that's
to
why I
go
was like,
check on it, and there's only one theater showing near us, and the entirety of San Diego, and I was like, God damn it.
for like the whole, like even for that prime showing, and
Yeah,
then
it was just
also
that
for the
Prime.
gotcha,
So
gotcha.
it comes
Yeah,
out that Thursday afterwards, right? So like it's just a 2-day difference.
yeah. I think Tuesday, but because I think it's officially comes out the 11th, which is
Yes.
Friday. But I also have like my buddy's birthday's on the 11th, and my sister's birthday's the 11th, and it's like it's gonna be a lot of kind of like jumping around, like celebrating. So I was like, when when they dropped that prime screening, I was like, oh, it's perfect. I can just go, a couple days early before the rush and before having to squeeze that in with all these other celebrations and stuff like that. I can just go. Me and my wife can go. Have dinner beforehand and then hop across because the AMC that I'm going to is like in this little shopping area. It's like a little outdoor mall, and they have like some wine. They have like a wine bar. They have like a pizza place there. They have like all different kind of shops. So yeah, nice little upscale area. I mean, there's a Tiffany's there, so it tells you kind of what kind of place it is. So if you want me to look out for something, Chris, I can definitely go in there and check some stuff out.
What is this Prime screening? I'm not familiar with this. Let us know for those who don't know about this.
It's my first time dealing with it. It's just, I guess, Amazon Prime. I guess they partner with AMC,
Okay.
and
So yes,
so you
Amazon
can.
Prime. Oh, actually, go ahead, John.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, that they partner with AMC, and it's pretty much, you can see the movie a couple days ahead of time, but it's only one screening, or it's like whatever your area is in, but it's really just one screening, right? There's not like
Yeah.
all day screenings. Just basically from 7 to 9, is the screen they'll have, and certain theaters within your area will carry it. So
Okay.
it all varies, but yeah, Rob I think had turned us on to that, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh cool, yeah, they're having it, just this the same area that we've been to before. So it's, oh cool, and it's like 7 p.m. like cool. But it's funny, I thought it was going to be on a Monday for some reason, and I thought like, oh cool, we can be on, we can come on the live stream and talk about it. But then when I started seeing the commercials and stuff like that, Tuesday, July 8th, whatever, I'm like, wait a minute, Tuesday. So I checked my ticket. I was like, oh yeah, it is Tuesday. I don't know what I was thinking when I when I booked everything, but it works out because yeah, we can take a little break, and then I'm sure we'll be all, me, Rob, and everyone else here will be excited about the new movie and what all happens out of it. I've heard some good reviews. I heard some good people that have already seen it. I mean, majority of it is positive, so that's always nice. I think they've
Yeah.
the consensus I think is that basically it's a live action animated Superman show. Basically, so basically the live, the animated series come to life. So is the best interpretation I've heard of it. So if you were a fan of the show growing up, or even as an adult, then yeah, this might be on your wheelhouse. So I know definitely for me it is. So
I'm excited. I got tickets for Thursday, the late showing, so like kind of like the midnight opening, but it's more like the 7 o'clock showing.
oh, 7 p.m. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So I'm definitely hyped. I think it's because of the thing of like, I'm not a Batman or Man of Steel hater. I love this movie, but I'm just excited to see DC come back after everything, especially since I mean they've been having a good track record on both the video game side coming out and the movie side. I'm excited, especially since I haven't had a movie I don't like from James Gunn besides Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I think it was like his weakest movie in my opinion.
Oh, really? Yeah, that one was kind of, actually, I think part 3. I don't know. Maybe something's marveled out at this point. But with volume 3, I was kind of like, I don't even know what happened. Really, it was like,
You make Volume 3?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, was that the one that he came back? He was fired and then he came back and did 3 or something?
Yes, he was fired from it from the whole thing going around with the jokes he made back then. He
The
was
Twitter
fired
stuff,
from
yeah.
that. Yeah, and then they brought him back because everyone started like boycotting the movie, and then the
Yeah.
actors started leaving.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3 because I mean, because I know he went to go do the Suicide Squad, and then I
Yeah.
guess he came back and then did part 3. But I don't know, like well, actually, you know what? Now that I say that, but part 3 is kind of like because of all the animals and everything, and kind of Rocket's story. That to me, maybe that's why I kind of just like, I'm not gonna go revisit this anytime soon. I'm kind of just like forget I saw that, because it's like it really, when I watched it, I was like, oh dang, and I had a feeling from the trailer it was gonna get me like that because I hate seeing animals in pain or anything. So yeah, I knew that was gonna be hard to watch. So, but in general, it was kind of like, I don't know, pretty forgetful. But no, he's done some good stuff. Like I said, Suicide Squad was fun. So we'll see what he does with this. Because man, yeah, we have Superman, then we have the Fantastic Four coming out.
Literally
So
the end of the month of Fantastic Four.
yeah, it's like bookend July. So beginning you get Superman, then at the end of the month you get Fantastic Four. So
Are
there's
you
been some
guys
flack around
getting
that.
that? What's it called? $80 Galactus popcorn bucket?
You can't actually get them at the theater though, can't you? You have to
Yeah.
order it, or
No, you can
or
get
you
them
can't.
theater. I got
Oh,
the
okay.
what's it called? The Deadpool one to theater.
Oh, okay.
I saw one for Jaws that I was a little tempted for because it's really big, so you could use
Yeah.
it, maybe like with Popeye or something. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna pass it. The eyes were too like beady; it didn't look real enough,
Yeah, the beady eyes, like a doll's eyes. Yeah, that's how they're.
What's
Yeah,
it
they
called though would be
roll
a
back.
good one for like background accessories is the Jurassic World one. It's like
Yeah,
what's it called?
that would
It's
be
like the
good.
one with the dinosaur with the little like what is it, like the little test tube thingy? That'd
Yeah,
be awesome for a background.
that'd be cool.
Because when me and my sister, we went to go see Beetlejuice part 2, and our theater didn't even have the popcorn buckets, but they said like, oh, if you go to the site, then you can order it, off of there and stuff
Do
like
you
that.
go to Regal or AMC?
That one was a Cinemark, I think we went to.
Maybe Cinemark does only online.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe that's what it was, because we were just like, oh well, I mean, heck, we could have just done that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of like the cool part, to come to the theater and get the popcorn bucket. I'm surprised Superman doesn't have one.
They have a lot, but it's more like the generic just cup with the print on it.
Yeah, I think I saw that one.
And
Yeah, see
like
the Jaws
popcorn
one.
buckets.
Oh wow, they're selling it $50 on eBay. See the Jaws, yeah, I guess it'd be kind of a weird. Uh,
Photoshop.
I guess you could. I guess you could Photoshop it. But yeah, it's
It's
just a
actually
weird
not a
kind of.
yeah, it's not a bad popcorn bucket at all though.
But yeah, I mean, at least the mouth closes. I mean, you could maybe fudge it a little bit with some force perspective, but I like the tin buckets though. Those are nice. I saw
Yeah.
somebody with those. It's the 50th anniversary too, man.
Yep.
Normally I just watch it like once a year or once once during summer to kind of kick off summer, but I've been watching. I think Peacock had like the 50th anniversary on Peacock. They were showing it, I think with better sound or high quality picture, 4K and stuff like that. So I was watching it the other day and I was like, oh, this is nice. And then it rolls into part 2 because they have all 4 of them on Peacock. So it just goes into one after the other. So it's just, I know I know Rob's not on here, and I know we've kind of had this debate, but it's just like, he prefers, he says 4 is just the worst. I mean, 4 is bad. I mean, I admit to it. It is a bad movie, but I mean, there's part 3 is just like technology wise, because it wanted to do 3D. The 3D they didn't really stick the landing with the 3D in part 3. It looks really, 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 really bad.
Well, that like glass breaking thing was like always freaking shown everywhere of memeing on it.
Yeah, and the stuff with the submarine, the yellow submarine that they have to go explore. It's just like some bad matting that they have in there. I mean, you can see like it where it just like it juts out, and it's just not. It's just very, very, just I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, the story wise is fine, but then technically, yeah, you're not there yet, man. It was way too, way too ambitious. But that was the thing back then. I mean, we had Friday 13th Part 3, D, Amityville 3D. So it was like if you had a Part 3,
Yeah, they did do that.
yeah, if you had a number 3, then yeah, it was going to be 3D. So, but yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of good movies coming out. I know the Fantastic Four, that's kind of gotten some. I saw some stuff recently about, I guess, because Sue Storm is going to be, I guess, the actual leader in a sense, I guess. But basically, her character is going to be like the glue that holds, which is essentially, I always thought what her character was, anyways.
I was gonna say
Kind
that's
of.
how it usually is.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess the way people are taking it as, oh, she's the leader. No, Reed Richards is the leader. It's like, here we go with this, agenda and all this stuff. It's like, no, come on, you're making it into something that's not there.
Because
So
usually that part of the internet that always goes after when it
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
yeah. Because I mean, it's like, I always thought that was her character, anyways. But I don't know. I just seen some stuff here and there, and then even the actress is kind of has commented on it. Was it Vanessa Kirby on the fact that she's gotten mean tweets or stuff like that ever since that kind of came out, or it was announced that she was somewhat somewhat the leader of the whole team. So I don't know. Sometimes the internet can be good, and sometimes the internet can be bad. It's just you gotta take the good and the bad with it. But yeah, it's just that's not
Or
cool.
predictions though, do you guys think it'll be better than Fan Four-tastic?
Easily, yeah.
Fan four stick, yep. Fan four stick, easily, yeah. Which is crazy because you have a lot of heavy hitters in there.
Yeah.
Michael P. Jordan before he really kind of exploded, and then
Josh Tillman, who's really good.
He's
Shoot.
really good.
Josh Tillman, the guy who played
Mr. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, Mr. Fan, yeah. Oh, yeah. From again, that before you really became big with Top Gun and everything else. So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how they didn't really. I saw parts of it. I think just because the reshoots
You
and
even seen it?
everything. I've seen parts of it. Like I haven't seen the full thing. I've seen the ending, and then I've seen like the beginning, but like the middle pieces. But I did see, like, I have seen reviews of it, and it's like they point out like the reshoots really, because Kate Mara's wig looks really, really noticeable because they had to, I guess she cut her hair or something like that, and they're like, oh crap, we got to reshoot everything. We got to do some reshots, and it's really, really noticeable. The wig that she had to wear, so that sucks when that happens. It's just. Yeah, that's never fun, but no, I think it's going to be fine. I just wonder again how that's going to ultimately play out. I think some people have been speculating that it's going to be with their universe basically,
Well, you
get
haven't seen
destroyed.
Thunderbolts yet, so you can't. So you don't know. That's
I
why
can
Rob and
see
I
it.
told you.
No, Thunderbolts isn't going to tie directly into Fantastic Four.
No.
Yes,
The
like-
ending. The ending does.
I can just go. I can look that up real quick.
Yeah.
I can just pull it up and just watch the end credits of Thunderbolts. But
Did you
I mean,
interest in it, or why didn't you watch it?
let's wait for it to come on Disney Plus. I mean, I didn't feel like just going to the theater and go watching it. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm more excited for Superman and Fantastic Four. I mean, those to me are like kind of, I'm gonna go, get some popcorn, sit down, watch it. I mean, just like Mission Impossible. I mean, even though Rob eventually kind of goaded me into going to go see it, I wasn't going originally because me and my wife, we didn't see,
The
was
last
it
one,
final? The one before that, we saw that on Paramount Plus, whatever. When it came out, we didn't see it in theaters, but this very last one, yeah, we went to go see it, and yeah, I mean, it's always fun to go watch those movies, but in the theater, and you get more of your attention is directly glued to it. You're not on your phone. I will say this about the home viewing experience. I mean, yeah, you get tendency to kind of just look at your phone and or just kind of go grab a snack or whatever and not pause it, and you miss something. So that is the negative about it. I mean, some people are able to do it fine. Me, I can't. It's like I have to pause it. I have to like kind of stop what I'm doing, or if I'm looking at my phone, or if I'm reading an email or checking Instagram or whatever, then I'll lose track of what's going on. Then I gotta rewind it. I think the only home theater experience that I was fully engaged with, that I was not fiddling with anything, was the Snyder cut. I think when that dropped, that 4-hour deal, I told people at work, going, leave me alone. I'm about to, because it dropped earlier in the day, right? So it was available all
it was
day, but
later in the day, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it was like around noon or something like that when they had it on Max. But I was like, okay, I got my popcorn, got everything, got the gonna put it on the big screen, and leave me alone. So like at 7 p.m., I told I was like, work don't bother me, family don't bother me. I'm gonna be sitting in for this 4 hour this 4 hour movie,
Mm.
and I think that's like the only time I've seen something like debut on streaming for where I've seen for the first time on streaming that I wasn't distracted or anything like that. I was fully just there. But I think for what was it what was the one with oh god the Marvels, Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel
Oh
and all
yeah,
those
yeah.
other
The
that
Marvel.
I couldn't even tell you what happened. I saw it, but I was like, "Pfft," I don't even remember what what happened there. I think I saw it during like on a Friday, even when I was supposed to be working, I just had it playing and I was like still answering emails and still looking at spreadsheets and it was just playing and
I still haven't watched that movie. I can't even tell you.
I couldn't even tell you what happened. It just but I think Thunderbolts I'd like. I mean, because I like the characters in there. I like the actors. Florence Pugh and David Harbour. I've actually been rewatching Stranger Things. I'm going through another loop just to get ready for the new season. So, and he's always fun. He's always a fun actor. Which is funny because I've seen him in stuff before he got it big, and I think he was in one of the James Bond, like the early Daniel Craig James Bond movies, as some pencil pusher. And it's crazy. I went back and watched it. I was like, hey, that's David Harbour. He's just playing some, bureaucratic little, nerd or whatever. He's like now he's like, that was like 15 years ago, almost 20 years ago. And now he's like, everyone's favorite dad. And he's just, he's like this, culture figure now, or this, famous actor. So it's like that's kind of funny. So
Hellboy.
yeah, he was in Hellboy, wasn't he? But he just did the one, right? Just the
Yeah, he just did the one, but the one that came out not too long ago, like the third one, the Crooked Man, that one was actually really great. Hellboy
I
movie.
loved it.
That one. Yeah, I thought it was good. They did a good job and they kept it small story. They didn't go
yeah.
huge scale, end of the world kind of stuff, and they
And
executed
they
well.
went with more horror aspects too. Like
And
I
it was,
love
yeah,
like the scene where it was like the witch going back into her skin from being the creature. That was such an awesome scene.
yeah, it was
Oh
fun.
wow. But it's more like that was more like an independent though, right? It was kind of just under the radar, or
Yeah, it
I
went
mean,
a little.
in a sense,
It wasn't. They weren't making a Hollywood like a blockbuster movie.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
other ones try to. It kind of felt like they were making like blockbuster movies, you know.
Yeah. It felt more like a franchise. This is definitely a one-off movie.
Hmm.
It felt
Gotcha,
more like
gotcha.
an A24 movie than it did what you would
There
see
you go.
on the big screen.
Man, speaking of A24, I wonder where did they ever are they still doing the Jason series? Because I haven't even looked that up yet. I know
Yeah.
they were trying to do the
They
Camp
released a
Crystal
concept
Lake.
art
Oh,
of Daniel Jason.
well, I think that's gonna be. I saw that. I saw that was the. I guess the look of Jason for I guess projects going forward with this new. I forgot what they're calling it, like Friday 13th universe or wherever it is. But yeah, that's like their new. That's what Jason. The template that they're going to use going forward of how they want Jason to look in. I guess toys, video games, movies. So, I mean, the fact that they mentioned video games was nice because I still, to this day, wish that that video game was still going on. It was still online, and we were still, we could play because we'd have so much fun, man. I mean, that's like I was having fun with just random people, but I mean, to get on there with you or even Skelly or KT or whatever, just running around. One of us playing Jason, the other ones, of us, just, you know, playing as counselors trying to hide from each other. It's like that. That was so. That was a brilliant idea, but sadly, it was taken from us. Legalities, money. People that are already millionaires want more money, so we're figuring out how
It was
who.
surprising that they made that game though, and they never got the rights for the actual Friday the 13th licensing fee.
Yeah, I figure out how they did that. Well, I think didn't they work with Sean Cunningham, and Sean, I guess, had certain rights to it, and then Victor Miller is the one he was the screenwriter for the first film, and then I guess it's always kind of been funny on how the rights handle with Friday 13th. I think Paramount still owns the name Friday the
Yes,
13th.
it's saying here that it's that was like the whole thing was that they made the new redesign with Paramount Scares, it looks like, for the new
Hmm.
Jason universe, but it's also kicking off the Crystal Lake on Peacock. So that it
Oh,
still
okay.
works.
Nice, nice, nice. I wonder how they're gonna do that. I've seen some people post or say like what that could be. I know one of my favorite entertainment groups, Red Letter Media, they were joking about how they could have like Crazy Ralph kind of tie into the prequel, I guess, or the history behind that. Possibly maybe him and Pamela Voorhees had a thing, but Pamela was with this guy who was a 1940s hockey player, and he had like a leather hockey mask that he winds up going on the tear of Crystal Lake, and before Jason, it was him. So, kind of fun little ideas like that could kind of work. I mean, kind of tie into the lore of Jason, even though I mean these are just a bunch of 80s trash movies.
Yeah.
I mean, but still, it's like there's so many people, like me, it's like I love me some Friday 13th, and it's like if you want to make it into a classy, almost like a was it the Bates Motel show that came out a couple years ago? Make it like that, a little bit.
The prequel series, right?
Yeah, the prequel series. Yeah, with the that was a pretty good show.
I hope it's good. I mean, A24 has kind of been like killing it lately with a lot of their stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's the
of course,
market class.
It's hit or miss, yeah. But I do notice they're going towards bigger budget stuff. They tried that with their Civil War movie, which is like their first big budget. Then the next one was what was the one he did right after Warfare? That was also bigger budget.
Warfare. Oh yeah, I think I remember that one.
I forgot the director's name. He does what is it called? I think it's Ex Machina.
And that one, the Warfare, that's the one that had the oh god, yeah. Now I see here. Yeah, it had the the kid that's about to blow up here in a minute. He was Adam Warlock. He was
Will Poulter.
Yes,
Poulter. Yeah, Will Poulter. Yeah, yeah. That's another one of those kind of like he was like that. I remember him in the that one comedy movie he was in with Jeffrey Aniston, Where the Millers. And he's like this like weird looking little kid. And now all of a sudden he's like this buff dude. Like he's like just kind of jacked all of a sudden. It's just like playing a superhero. It's like, what? How'd that happen?
The best thing he did was that Halloween where he dressed up as Sid from Toy Story. Because it's like, dude, you nailed it.
He looks exactly like him. So
he's a good actor, though. I mean, what's it called? Where the Millers is funny, but after seeing him as Adam Warlock, I loved it. But Warfare, he did such a good job in where I can see him being a leading man.
Yeah, definitely. And also, does it have the guy that's playing Johnny Storm too, and from Stranger Things?
I believe so in Warfare, right?
What's his name?
Mike? No, is it Michael? No.
Yeah, I see his face, but I can't remember his name. But yeah, the guy who's playing Johnny Storm, he's in there as well. So, and then a couple other
Joseph Quinn.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I guess there's also, I mean, just while we're still talking about movies, real quick, the Street Fighter. I saw, and I posted that in the chat that they're trying to get Cody Rhodes to play Guile in the Street Fighter movie. So,
dude, what is up with the Street Fighter casting?
I don't know.
It's still, it almost feels like those fake castings you'll see online.
Yes.
Perfect movie, and like the casting is just so weird. They got like Andrew Schultz as like Guy, and like 50 Cent as Balrog.
Yeah, and the actor.
That one I actually am excited for. Not gonna lie, just because 50 would be hilarious.
I guess it could work, but then the actor they got for David the guy who played Polka Dot Man, he's playing M. Bison.
Yes.
I just saw that. I was like, oh god.
They were trying to get Walton Goggins, and then there was issues between that, so they got the other guy. I was like, why? This almost feels as bad as the what's it called? Okay, they better put him like a huge muscle suit to be hilarious just to get him on that.
Something. I mean, I guess the look. I mean, well, he looks like Raul Julia. I mean, so maybe that's the inspiration casting. But come on, man, Bison's supposed to be. I mean, look. I mean, as far as like looks of characters, I mean, heck, I'm the one that's like supporting the He-Man movie, and of course, the actor is a little bit. Well, he's not as jacked. He's
he's
big,
jacked though. I feel like you can't get that jacked. I mean, unless you get like someone who is most likely a pro wrestler or bodybuilder
who can't act. So I'd rather take an actor and just add some muscles onto him. It doesn't have to be huge, but just something. But I mean, for Bison though, it's like I don't know. I just yeah, he's a good actor too, so maybe they can do it. But the guy who they got to play Vega though, he's a musician. He wears a mask, and I saw that. I was like, who the heck is this guy? Let me see what his name is because I saw that. I meant to put it in our chat, and I was like, what the heck is this? I was gonna be like, guys, what's going on? Because then, but the actor they got for Ryu,
Is
he's
it Jay Tava or something like that? Tavar?
Tavar.
Or is that the original one? But that's the original band.
That's the original one. Yeah, he was pretty good. He's actually I think Native American, but playing a Spaniard. But I don't know. Some of this casting, yeah, I agree. It's kind of all over the place. I was like Andrew Kojai. He's playing Ryu, which that might. I mean, that could work. But then I saw somebody. I forgot who they were looking at to play Ken, and that was kind of like a head scratcher. I was like, I don't know about that.
It's gonna be Logan Paul.
Oh, jeez, man, Logan Paul, man. Roman Reigns as he got in there as well. So
let me to pull up the casting real quick. This is what I have from
yeah.
First screen. Here we go. That's the casting so far. It's showing Google.
I don't know about that. Some of that might be.
I know. It feels like it's not
I,
actually because she's definitely in it.
Yeah, I know Jason Momoa is in it. Roman Reigns is in it.
This is I'm gonna be Ryu. There's no picture.
Yeah. Koji, yeah, Andrew Koji, yeah. He could work.
I like him as an actor because he's Warrior is from that scene Warrior, and then what was the other one that was Bullet Train?
I don't know who Hisho Fuji Hiroki is, but man, they nailed that one. They nailed that.
if that's E Honda, I am down. I feel like this isn't the full casting. This is just like some speculation casting with all this. Yeah. I don't remember Alan Rickman being attacked or what's his name,
Richardson. Yeah, I mean he would make a good Guile, but I doubt. I mean if they're looking at Cody Rhodes, then yeah, more likely he's probably gonna get it. Orville Peck. That's the a mass country singer who's gonna be playing Vega. Orville Peck. That's the guy. And I was like, who the heck is this? What's going on? Who's in charge? Because I was like, that's my guy, Vega. And it's like, you cast this mass singer because he has a mask. So I don't know.
Maybe he surprises you.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about it feels like a Fast and the Furious casting. Like this feels like casting like a Fast and the Furious movie, and you're getting singers and not really actors. And so like unless if it's just
pro wrestlers and
after action, like this is going to be a pretty bad movie if this is the cast.
And it's like, I mean, you're not really expecting like a Academy Award winning type level stuff with a Street Fighter movie, but still, I mean, all these characters are, the stories and everything. Like the anime movie is a really good movie, and if you could kind of translate that, I mean, you can do it. I mean, you can really translate into a live action, adventure movie, but I don't know. Some of this is just like,
well, not even just that. There's a live action fan animated movie on YouTube that did far better than any of the Street Fighter movies did at all.
Oh, I'm sure there is, and same with Mortal Kombat too. Wasn't there like a web series Mortal Kombat that came out
on YouTube? And even the animated ones on Mortal Kombat were way better than the movies we got. I mean, the original ones are guilty pleasures, especially Annihilation. But I really hate the newest one. I'm not gonna lie. I was like so bored in it the entire time. I was like, the gore can't do this.
I didn't mind it because again, it to me that was kind of like an update of the of the game and classic. Some stuff I was kind of like, yeah, like the Cole character, kind of just like I was like, what?
That was like the worst part of the movie.
Yeah, just make him the just make Liu Kang. I mean,
Johnny was the perfect character. He like had no clue about the Mortal Kombat tournament. He was kind of basically the surrogate for the entirety of the games. So it kind of felt weird having him not the main character, since that was the point of Johnny and became his own character later on.
Yeah, you could have done that. I mean, now he's going to be in the sequel, and he's what's his name?
He's, Carl Urban.
Carl Urban, yeah. I love me some Carl Urban, but man, it's like a little too. Maybe I mean, you want Johnny, you wanted to be a little bit younger, kind of like this. cocky kind of just movie star, again, it would have been perfect for the first film. Just have him, and then he kind of just grows up throughout the film and then, ends up getting his power or figuring out what he needs to do. But I don't know, tying in the stuff with Scorpion and everything, like just, I don't know. It just really, there was parts of it I liked about it. And then other parts I was kind of like, oh, this is just trash.
It's kind of weird though, because WB made the movie and they have the license, but they have the people right there who underneath them for NetherRealm making the stories. And their game, like the new Mortal Kombat 9, was like the perfect movie setup, and they just didn't want to use that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always funny how people behind the scenes want to how they run these things or how they want things to be done. So who knows? Who knows? But I don't know. I know we kind of segued into like movie talk, but what about toys? I know some of us did. Any of us pick up some toys like this last couple of weeks or so?
Do you want to go, Chris?
Yeah, I'll go. I just got one thing in this week's, which is the orcs. So
nice.
One with the alternate head, and then here's one with the regular.
All-Stars?
This is from the All-Stars wave. Nice. These are the Gorthok. They're essentially, in the description, they're kind of like Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings. They're just like dark.
They give that vibe off.
Yeah, and they're essentially just a repaint. Nothing here we haven't seen before. Old pauldrons, old weapons, all that stuff. But I really do love the repaint. I love the color selection that they kind of went with. The armor is also a really nice blue. I dig that. And it's cool to have more of these like darker orcs than like the green ones. You know what I mean? Just some versatility in your shots. So I got 3 of those in. So I think besides BBTS owes me a couple of things from that wave, but that's pretty much it.
Nice.
You get anything, Dimitri?
I'm waiting on so much stuff, dude. I just have stuff waiting, like already
I know
shipped.
I gotta get you your stuff too. Actually, I found a box because man, those Savage boxes, man, those things are big. I had to find something. So my wife was gonna throw away this Amazon box. I'm like, I was like, give me that. I was like, I need that.
Well, if you want to, the box comes in tomorrow. It's pretty big. The Dio I sent you.
I was thinking about that. I could, I was gonna also wait, see what that how big that box was, because I need to ship Rob his as well. So, and then KT's actually, I found a perfect box for that. So it's just like perfect. But like yours, since it was double, it was 2. The horn guy and then the Wolfman. It's like, oh crap! These are like, I mean, they're pretty,
dude.
I mean,
I've been saving boxes ever since then. Like, I need boxes for dials, boxes for figure shipping. It's just like boxes just basically stacked up in the corners now.
Yeah, and I had plenty before Joe Fest. I guess I got rid of all of them, not thinking that I want to bring stuff back to ship to people. So I was like, dang. So I need to make plans for that. Thankfully for Chris's, that was easy. That was like, that was straight from NECA. So it was just like, just send it that way. But for me, the only thing I really got new was just Sir Andrew. I got him late last week, so from the All-Stars.
Nice. That looks really good, dude. That figure, I wasn't thinking about getting it, but after seeing it, like with your pictures, I was like, okay, I might have to get this figure.
Yeah. I mean, I knew at the very beginning. I just wish now I kind of because that was like my early introduction to, Four Horsemen. So I wish I got on the Orcs now. And some of the other characters from the All-Stars, but no, he's I saw him, when they first dropped, and it was like, yeah, that's a cool looking knight. But now I've got so many knights, it's kind of like it's like,
you also sold me on that one. Initially during the pre-orders, I passed on him, and then I think you mentioned you were picking him up, and then I ended up getting him on BBTS. So I'm waiting on him from BBTS, and then one of the Skeleton Raiders.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I think he's the one with the helmet, right?
Yeah, he's got like
helmet. But he's kind of cool. He's got like a little. I haven't messed with this yet. This is like,
I like the color scheme. The color scheme's different, and I like that he's like a melee caster. Like he's got the melee. He's also got some magic stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, he's got the little fire deal attachment you can put on the sword, so that's nice. And then it comes with a sword in the hands. I actually like these kind of wide gripping hands. Looks like he's casting something. So a lot of them, like I think only the Valiant Knight really comes with these kind of
they're good for action poses.
Open palm, open palm hands, and he comes with like just the with the like I guess the pig helmet or so. Actually, I took somebody's. I forgot. There it was somebody in the cabal that posted it, but I took the pauldrons from oh shoot, Zendai, and I put them on here, and then I just put the little pig helmet, and so just made them into, just basically turned them into like a regular knight, so a bronze knight. So that was kind of cool. Little pop and swap that I did with them, but no, I like the head sculpt. So I like the fact that they're getting more and more involved in that. I think the silver knight, it's got a black head sculpt, right? But it's got
Yeah, I think
the
so.
yeah, with the
Is it a Templar one?
no, I think it's just the regular silver knight, but it's got like the huge, like the big red little piece that comes out. It's they announced it during Legion's Con last year. It's just like a separate deal. But I think
Oh yeah.
I think he's on his way. I think he's about to land, or he's almost about to hit the I think he was just a retailer exclusive, but I think he's about to hit everyone's bucket. So, oh, I see Oz is in the chat. What's up, Oz?
What's up, Oz?
What's
He
up?
said that Sir Andrew is sick. No, I think it's the same one he said.
Oh.
That Sir Andrew is sick. Cannot wait for Silver Knight 2. Yep, that's what we're talking about, because I think that one looks really nice. I like that one. But yep.
It says Q3 of this year, so most likely in the next few months.
Yeah, because I saw some people posting, or I guess some retailers saying that they're about to. I guess they're about to get it or so. So I think that's what kind of tipped me off. We're kind of like, oh, okay, well, yeah, seems like they're hopefully they get it here soon. But I don't know. There's so much stuff that I've already ordered, or so many stuff I'm waiting on. That's like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But
I was like, I guess one figuring out Mythic Legions is just getting too many knights, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this anymore.
yeah, I mean, but again, the fact that he is kind of unique, and did he have? Is this more of the with the pauldrons and with the cape and everything?
The pauldrons are new. The cape, I think, is like the colorway is unique, and I don't think we've seen that style with like the wings almost on the back. He's got it, like he's definitely a unique figure. Like as far as knights go, like I know he's just another knight, but he's definitely a unique knight.
Yeah.
But is this style going to be similar to the one that we're getting with the dragon? Is he's getting like a cape and stuff like that also, right? It's I think
I don't know.
I can't remember, because I thought that when I saw the dragon knight that they were including as far as the Kickstarter, I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Sir Andrew as far as like the pauldrons and the cape and everything. So let's see here.
What's up, B Rivera?
Hey, B Rivera. He's chiming in the chat. What's up, fellas?
B Rivera. I'm C Rivera, by the way. I'm also
C Rivera. See,
I can't find the actual like tier list of the dragon.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find too.
I'm so, with the move coming up, I'm so nervous about that. I'm gonna have to go and like Esco, change my shipping address, go to Four Horsemen, change my shipping address. Oh man.
Can you do that with stuff that you already order from them?
Yeah, in fact, but right before, they'll usually send you an email like, hey, just confirming your address is the same, you know, blah blah. And so I'm gonna make sure I do it just ahead of time.
Nice. Yeah, you don't want anything being sent to the Mesco being sent to the wrong house, or that dragon being sent to the wrong house. It's like, dude, that wouldn't be bad.
They just get a random freaking huge package that's like massive and heavy. The dragon, like, what is this? Open it up.
What in the hell?
It's like a dragon, like this going in the trash.
It has the freaking receipt too. Who the fuck spent this much money on this?
Yeah, jeez. I'd be so embarrassed. Or it's like outside, like, you know, those like Home Depot lawn things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the dragon, the like figure, what's the one with the dragon's head shield, right?
Which one?
For the tier list one. It doesn't look like the cape is completely different than the one that you have.
Oh, okay. You found it? Yeah, I was trying to find. That's good for the Tuberculi. I meant to get that guy too. I still need to get him.
He's excellent. Love the Tuberculi.
I love how if I told you to get one for me too, and then you said Savage was selling this. I was like, okay, scratch.
Yeah, it's
everything of Mythic Legions.
I was like, it's like, dude. And then So I was texting with Dimitri at Joe Fest, and then it's like I'm just like, dude, let me just call you because it thinks I got, I got Legions over here, I got Savage Crucible over here. Like, which one is it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
which one do you want? So
Pick your poison.
and so yeah, he was just like, yeah, just give me the Savage Crucible. So like, cool, got it. I
When
picked
is
up
that bear
Maximilias.
coming out, by the way?
For the Rising Suns, I think. What did they say for Rising Suns? Thought they were getting close, or it was like end of this year. I think maybe.
That's been in production
For
for a while, hasn't it?
well, I mean, there's other stuff that's been in production for a long time. Oh, here
That's
we go.
true, yeah.
Actually, no, that's not it. Yeah, I think this is it. Yep. So
I think very bottom.
Yep, Rising Sun. So pre-production shipping by end of the year. So because yeah, we still have this Cosmic Legion. I remember these were announced at PowerCon in 2023.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 2023. I remember that. And then yeah, and then right before that, they announced the All-Star 6, and that's when I got that's when I was getting into Mythic Legions, and I saw that Sir Andrew. I was like, oh, I gotta get him. But I should have gotten the Sir Enoch. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, gosh, man, I should have gotten Sir Enoch. But yeah, I mean, more likely it probably won't be till for the Rising Suns. It probably won't be till early next year, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
maybe this time next year they'll have it. But
I'm sure Enoch and I want Ignatius. I'm sure all of 6 will be at Legion's Con, so we'll have
yeah,
to get it.
yeah, that's what I hope. And then also, yeah, the skeleton guy too. I forgot about him as well. Again, I was just dipping my toe into Legions when all these dropped, and then gradually started kind of wanting to get more. I know for this Cosmic Wave, I didn't pre-order anything, but I did want to get this. Eventually, I'm going to get this Star Wars looking droid. I guess the homage. I forgot what it was called in Star Wars. It was like the little probe droid that was on Hoth that kind of that floated around, and then they had like that little what is it, the little accessory pack. It's got like a radio where it's got like the little I was like, I need to pick those up.
I love that wave. They got real weird with it, and
yeah,
made a lot of unique alien creatures that we haven't seen in other lines. Like I love the little green-headed dude. I love the guy with the eyes on either side. The mount is cool too. That little like 4-legged.
That
is cool.
That was pretty cool.
And then of course the guy on the far left, he looks like a space marine. So that's what's
Yeah. I imagine they took a little homage to Warhammer 40,000. So it was, again, it wasn't until now that I realized it, and going back 2 years ago, like, oh crap, if I was it's like now I gotta get it, because it just went over my head when they first announced the wave. The only thing that stood out was just the this guy here, the black droid.
It reminds me of the freaking, what's it called, Hawk P40 mixed with the Slugfest kind of line.
yeah, I can see that. And then for Rising Suns, yeah, I got the Atlas. Is that Atlas or Adamon? The whatever, the Attila's brother, whatever it is, the barbarian guy, and then Nev, and then the bear. Those like the 3 things I got, and then everything else I would just figure I'd get, at shows, or at a retailer or whatever. So, but
being honest, I didn't love that wave. Coming off of All-Star 6, you're wrapping up the skeletons. You got some really bangers in there. And then you got that Cosmic Wave, which I loved. And then we got Rising Suns, and I was so glad that we'll get Atlas, because that was super sought after figure, super expensive at this point. The bear looks amazing. Really excited about that. But, I think out of the other ones, there wasn't anything to me personally that I was like, that's super cool. I do like the Oni looking green demon guy. I think but it just wasn't as cool as what came before it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they have like their highs and lows.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Minotaur looks cool, but I feel like we got the Minotaur from a better company, X-Ray Studio. That they did an amazing Minotaur.
Yeah,
they did the best Minotaur.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, I'll cop to that.
which
Absolutely.
is actually back up right now on their website if anybody needs to get them.
I did see that, especially on 5K as well. They're getting a bunch of new stuff. Maybe they're restocking it.
Could be. I'm just gonna
Oh,
make
look
sure
at that.
it's in color.
I wonder whose photo that is. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. 13,000. I've never gotten that on my own page. 1,300.
That's crazy.
There's me.
Hey,
Man, I'm still recovering from that weekend. Man, that's like, whew.
I love that trophy. Where'd you put the trophy?
It's in my, I gotta put it upstairs in my, actually with all my, the rest of my stuff. But yeah, I
To
gotta
show
put
your
it.
wife, were you like, look, goat, all right, right,
She was like, huh? What is it? Okay, well, you know, the trash needs to be taken out.
I think you need to make a comically big picture now of that picture to give it to Four Horsemen so you can put it up at Legion's Con as one of the
I don't
banners.
know. I don't know. We'll see because they were on the. They had a stream last week or a couple of days ago, and Diego had the he had the he had my photo up, and he was like showing it to them and stuff like that. So apparently, it'll probably be on the stream tomorrow. I guess. I don't know. Just be on the lookout for it because I guess tomorrow is when they're gonna have the stream for the new wave. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is this can be interesting. So again, we're staying in the cold, the cold era, and then the cold environment, and then a little bit of blood and a little bit of just kind of scariness, spookiness. Maybe we'll see what this is, what comes out of this next wave. So, but yeah, apparently, when they do the streams, it should be in a frame behind there. So I don't know. That's what they said, at least. So I'm not gonna, whatever happens. But it'll be cool to kind of just be framed behind them as they're revealing the next wave of Mythic Legions or Cosmic Legions characters. So
I'm guessing a Yeti from this way. I'm guessing we get some kind of Yeti thing.
A Yeti, or what's Dimitri's? What's that favorite one you like? The
Wendigo?
Wendigo, yeah. Maybe a Wendigo.
I'd be down for that.
I mean, there's blood, so I mean, you may get your horror theme.
I was gonna say when I saw this and I saw some 4-H, I woke up to this and I was like, "What's the call?" I was like, "Blood's like that's new for 4-H blood."
Dimitri's like, "Oh shoot!" I'm like, "Yeah, this is my jam. Like, I'm gonna be ready for this."
I didn't read the actual captions. I thought it was a figure obscura.
Me too at first.
Actually, yeah, I'll cop to that. Yep, I thought so too, and I read it. I was like, "Oh wait, this is this is a new wave." Okay, dang. So I don't know. I guess tying in with the Necronomicus and everything, and then again the fact that it is going to be in the wintertime cold. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I wonder if they'll have like some sort of like Ice King type of deal, like translucent character to be like kind of similar to the Ice King. I mean, or taking inspiration from the Ice King. So
I was gonna say it'd be awesome to see some like frost zombies in here.
Yeah,
we used to get a lot of skeletons.
Maybe I mean, they have the sculpting.
Pack.
I mean, sculpting pack is already available. You just add some little, frost, or cold kind of pieces to it. So I mean, you could do that. Oh, Brick something's in the house. What's up, Brick?
What's up?
What's up,
Brick? He's over there on the West Coast with you, Dimitri. So yeah, he should be bright and early.
Nice.
Great shot, John. Thank you, Brick. Completely
I just want what's it called? I just want zombie figures for 112. I think that Joy Toy one just really like teased us. It's like, here's this for 118.
yeah, we need some zombie figures. But I mean, Horsemen have put out some good things. I think that zombie pack, I almost got another pack at Joe Fest. I was like, no, I need to stop and I need to hold back. But I just like them so much. I mean, they're so cool. I mean, and the fact that you can just like, create different characters with them. I think I mess, and really it's just sometimes I just pop the head sculpts, like, because you get the 2 zombie heads and the pack, and sometimes I'll just take the head sculpt and just put them on 2 knights. Like I could just take off this helmet, just pop this off and put it on there, and then there I go. I got a zombified knight. So Brick saying, yep, just finished a 6-hour trek from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Wow. Ooh. I like how he puts Trek too, because like in homage to Star Trek. But oh, there he is right there. Sir Andrew.
The face sculpt is pretty good on this too, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean it's a good figure. I'm not complaining about it. I mean,
Especially with all of the controversy we're getting with a bunch of these head sculpts on bigger companies, like the what's it called, SHF Superman.
Yeah. And of course, I've seen stuff posted about it. It's like, oh, I can't unsee it now. I can't.
What, that he looks like the dude from Happy Gilmore?
Yeah. I think because
Talk about it. It's in the saved. It's in the saved stuff.
You have it saved already? Because we can. Pull
it's on everything. I can pull it from you too.
That's just like, man. I think KT posted it and then Rob posted it. And I was just like, dang, I can't unsee it now. That's just so bad.
There we go.
It looks just like Shooter McGavin, which I'm excited for that too. That's another good movie. That's actually going to be my boys. We're gonna, when it comes out on Netflix, we're gonna go golfing that day, and then go get some pizza afterwards, smoke some cigars, then come back to my house and then hang out by the pool, and then watch some Happy Gilmore Part 2, and just like, hopefully it's funny. Hopefully it's I don't know. Sometimes I get the sense that Adam Sandler is like not as funny as he used to be because he's older, and some of the humor they did back in the day, that's reserved for like a 20-year-old or something like that. It's just like that's like a perfect time capsule. Like, yes, that's how you do it. But now, if you try
all
to
the
do
what's it called too, all the Netflix movies he's done, they're kind of not really hitting all those exclusive.
What, you didn't like Halloween?
I was gonna bring that up.
He just looks old and tired, man. I was like, hopefully nothing's nothing's wrong with him. And yep, that's true, Brick. That's I mean, that's that line right there. It's just like, I eat pieces like you for breakfast. Like, you eat pieces of no. It's like, man. And you always heard that joke as a kid or whatever, like where you just heard, that saying, and then like that was the first time I heard somebody come back with that. Like, you eat pieces of crap. It's like, no. Like, that's weak. Yep, Shooter McGavin right there. I mean,
I don't think it's terrible, but it does. It's just, I want to see the price tag because this price, usually they're kind of hefty on price tags now. The SHF, they gone up to at least $100, I believe.
Wow, I know Rob's getting this, so this is definitely going to be in Rob's wheelhouse.
Oh my god, all the Shooter McGavin memes and comments
I bet you it's everywhere.
I mean, it's going to be. I mean, somebody's going to have to do it with the, with a golf picture at some point. Someone's going to have to do, or put him on a head sculpt or a body of a golfing type of character or something like that, and just. But it's just so off. And the character, I mean, David Coruscant doesn't look like Shooters. That's why it's kind of like. That's what makes it.
It's just SHF, man. Because I had their Ben Affleck Batman figure. It didn't even look like Ben Affleck at all. It was so bad. Even just like the face mask with Batman's cowl on, it looked terrible.
Oh
yeah. I was like, I'm not using this figure ever again.
Damn.
But I mean, I feel like this was definitely not as such a strong suit as face sculpts for likenesses of characters or actors. I think it's far more the anime stuff. That's their strong suit.
Yeah.
I feel like if anyone's gonna do a better figure, it's gonna be Mofex. I don't know if Mezco will get the license for this. Or if they'll even do a figure of this. I mean, I'd be down for it, but I still think their last Superman one is pretty good.
Yeah, I guess that is. Does he go by the Man of Steel? The based on the I mean the comic version one. It's like that one. That's like, I love that. I didn't even get a chance to get any photos of him before the movie comes out. I'd probably try Sunday or Monday.
Superman collab for the GOC.
Oh, we're gonna need to do that, and I haven't gotten I didn't get a chance to get a photo with them. I was thinking of something I was thinking of a particular shot, and I just couldn't get it done. I had to get everything packed up today because family's coming in, so everything's got to get packed up in storage. In fact, I didn't really even take everything out that I have after coming back from Joe Fest. I just took over. I basically, your dial that you made me. I think I had Chris's dial out, the castle one, and then there was a couple other ones, like just little pieces here and there that was out just to kind of mess with. But like all my extreme sets, all that's still down in the garage. Everything's still kind of just put away until shoot, it probably won't be till end of July when I can get everything out. So
Yeah. I
it's
think
like
this
I'm at,
sums it up perfectly, by the way, this comment right here. Hello, custom head sculpts guy. Head sculpts guys, we need you. That's gonna basically. I always hate that when it comes to that actual aspect of buying expensive figures.
yep. And then yeah, just like it's fine. It makes do, but then I'm just gonna get somebody to make a custom head sculpt. It's like no, you want the complete figure to be
Yeah.
kind of just perfect.
Yeah,
You don't want to be piecemeal in it.
Is, it's been so long since I've SHF, but are their heads easily like? Do they usually come with multiple heads, and do they pop off pretty easily?
They pop off pretty easily, but I've noticed they've been switching up their tactics. Like for the SHF Berserk figure, it's actually a faceplate.
oh,
And I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Like it really breaks the sculpt when you actually get to it. Thankfully, it's not as bad because his hair is black already. But a lot of the Asian companies do face plates. Like I think it's the Figma Geralt coming out. It's a face plate. It's white hair, and you just easily see the break of sculpt, and it's just so ugly.
that sucks.
Mafex is the only one that really does still like full on head sculpts. I know Revoltech sometimes does. I think they also do faceplates as well. But I feel like this is from what we got from the pictures. I don't feel like it's gonna get any different head sculpts. But actually, no, that's one, and then more
Got the
angry
smiley
hate
one,
sculpt.
yeah. I think the Boba Fett that I have, I think that one is it's the Book of Boba Fett version. So I think it's SHF and the helmet. It really just comes with the helmet and then the
Tamora Morrison head sculpt.
Tamora Morrison head scope, and they both pop on and off pretty easily. Although the little thingies, the wires on his that goes from his gauntlet to like his past his elbow here, that one of them broke off. I mean, it's like that's so. I mean, they're so tight. There's like no give, and so whenever you want to do like a a pose at the elbow like that, it's gonna wear and tear, and they eventually they just popped off. I'm like, well, whatever.
My biggest issue is right here at the actual sculpt. I wonder that little tiny piece will actually break if you keep what's called pushing them too far and having it rub off into the actual torso section. Because if it's such a minor thing, just moving it slightly up. Like it's such a small thing that could make a huge difference if it's scraping the actual sculpt off. Because it's obviously texture. It's not a flat thing here.
Right. Dang, that would suck if that happens.
This looks like a McFarlane to me.
I was gonna say that. It looks like an expensive McFarlane.
Yeah.
And it's sad because I feel like McFarlane actually kind of nailed it more than they did.
I've seen a lot of people praise the McFarlane ones, and I've seen actually some good shots of people using it. So,
I mean, I wonder. I mean, SHF does movie stuff sometimes. I mean, their Wonder Woman was terrible. That figure, like, they had the boots overly engineered, but sometimes they do good. I just haven't seen them do DC stuff in a while besides the Keaton from The Flash.
Oh yeah, I mean and it's even that the Bruce Wayne head sculpt that looked kind of
was terrible.
That looked kind of iffy. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know about that.
So I feel like that's why I'm saying this isn't their strong suit, but I wonder what other companies will come out to show off theirs. I feel like Mafex is definitely gonna do one.
You don't think Mezco is gonna toss their hat in the Superman ring? I think they will.
I think they will 2 years later.
Yeah, it's gonna come out, and they're gonna show it in 3 months, and then it's gonna come out 2 years later.
2 years, and just in time for the part 2 to come out. So
it's like the what's it called, the Arkham Knight movie figures right now, the Joker and the Batman one from Mezco.
Yeah,
I mean, at least they caught it just in time with InArt to show off theirs.
That's fair.
Oh, do you want to go, John, to showing off all the new figures though?
Yeah, we can do that.
I have my screen up right now.
The bow.
This one you saved.
Yeah, that's Bo from the cartoon collection, and it's funny if you go to Whiplash, the second guy, the lizard, I didn't notice until some people started commenting on the whole fat face that he has, and so I was like, dang, they really did give him a little bit of a
first
double
thing
chin.
I noticed.
This looks like a character.
Yeah, I mean it's based on this is the Mattel Masters of the Universe cartoon collection, so it's based on the actual looks of the characters as they were in the cartoon. So I'm more into this than the Origins, which was like the still within the same scale, but they're smaller than like their Masterverse, which is like 6-inch, 7-inch.
So is this
But
like
I'm
more around like 5-ish inches, kind of
five,
like two
yeah,
parts?
yeah, 5 inches, yeah. Again, within their Origins, which is like around the same scale as the vintage line from the 80s, but I like this the cartoon style, just the characters, they just I just like the look of them. They look really just like the cartoon, so it's a uh, I've kind of gone all in on those, but I
I
don't
would
know.
love oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would love a Cosmic Legions like tribute of this figure with that like fat head sculpt on it too.
Yeah,
And just make like a really gluttonous what's it called, space creature.
yeah,
That tribute
yeah,
to this would be awesome.
yeah. That'd be cool. I think they already kind of had like their Whiplash tribute. I forgot what it was. Was it Scourge or the Green Dragon
He
cosmic
was the
character?
Whiplash tribute.
Yeah, at least that's what everyone was pretty much
Oh man.
assuming.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was looking at the tail and the chest, and I was like thinking this could be on like the Scourge body, but a different head instead of the dragon
yeah,
head, like like a chubby dude head.
Yeah.
Several
yeah.
chins. I love it.
But no, fun characters. And of course, oh shoot, crap, having a brain fart again. Actually, I have it pulled up here. Shadow Weaver. Didn't you have to look? Didn't you have to? I still, my brain's still working. But yeah, Shadow Weaver, Hordax, uh, I guess wizard or sidekick, whatever you want, second in command, whatever you want to call her. So
Is she related to that Gortho? I think his name is.
Gortho.
Who's He-Man's little wizard guy?
Oh, Orko.
Orko. Yeah, yeah.
No. She's at least not from what I've read or what I've always known. Yeah, she's not related to Orko.
This looks like limited like I know all of it's limited articulation, but this looks like it's more static. I can't tell if
Oh
that's like
yeah.
a broken sculpt. But like
She probably does have elbow, but yeah, even the Masterverse Shadow Weaver, I mean, there's no basic articulation at the elbows. That's about it. And of course, the skirt, everything's just one piece. You can't move that. So
I think they're
I don't
pretty
know
cool
if-
though.
yeah, I mean, again, they hit that sweet spot for cartoon looking characters. So
Yeah.
then again, retail base, so 20 something bucks, whatever. So you can't,
Oh, it's not bad at all then.
yeah. So if that's within your wheelhouse, I don't think I sent it out, but they also put up the Fright Zone, which is the little play set that I had as a kid.
I think you sent that in the
Um,
chat, but you didn't actually like save it.
yeah, I don't
did
think I
see that.
saved it, but I mean, it's a cool little piece. I mean, I'm glad they finally are releasing that, and it's not going to be like a crowdfunded deal. It's just going to be available. I already pre-ordered that on Big Bad Toy Store, but I mean, it's just a little bit of nostalgia. Again, I had it as a kid. Even though the snake creature used to actually be like an actual puppet that you could manipulate with your hand. It's like a sock puppet basically that you could like play around with. Now it's actually it's an actual figure. It's like a little kind of miniature figure that you can throw it into the play set, but not too bad. I mean, it's weird. It's like 91.99 cents. That's kind of a weird kind of price. When I saw that, I was like 91.99 cents. Like that's kind of oddly specific. So yeah, this is it here. This is the Fright Zone. I mean, not bad for I mean, even though it's going to be for the like the Origins and for the cartoon collection type scale figures. I mean, you can still put this like in the background.
Yeah.
And just kind of do some force
What's
perspective.
the scale again? It's like the same one as the ones you saved, right? Like around 5-ish inches? Or
Yeah,
small?
I think it's 5 inches, like that cartoon collection Origins. So, but nice little. I mean, it's supposed to still be pretty. I mean, here it looks pretty small, but it's supposed to still be pretty big. And then, unlike the original one, there's like a backside. There was no backside on the original playset from the 80s. So it's kind of cool they add that little feature. But yeah, I like the box art too. Classic kind
The
of.
box art's awesome.
Yeah. It's got that old school look to it. So, but
It's an old school acrylic painting vibe.
No, yeah. Again, that's what got you, got you into the figures back then, or the play sets. You see that box art, you'd be like, dang, it's like I need to get that.
Yeah, the box art and the commercials, it like really
Yeah.
showed you how to play with the
Mhm.
toy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, engage
Yeah.
with it.
You mean
Or
unlike Mezco stop motion, where it just shows you stop motion?
I mean, that's why I love Mezco so much. You know,
Yeah.
it's like now they're kind of like taking that tradition and they're kind of continuing it
Mhm.
on in more of like an adult kind of way, and I love it. You know,
Yeah, I wish more
I saw,
toys did that.
same.
I saw NECA. I think NECA is doing that with the. I saw that with the Jaws one.
Yeah,
I was just random too. I was just scrolling on my feed and I saw it just pop up. I was like, oh crap.
yeah.
And
They
yeah,
do
it's like,
it sometimes, like they did it with like the Dracula figures.
mhm.
But I think Super 7 does it very little. Like especially they did it for the Godzilla figures, but I hope like I would just love to see it done more often.
Yeah. Four Horsemen needs a stop motion guy, man. They need a stop motion guy.
Yeah. But Mattel does it too. Let me see here. I can find. They've done some cool little with Jimmy. I'm gonna butcher his name. Jimmy Ratchets. He does a lot of really good stop motion work. So
Jimmy Neutron.
do, do, do.
I mean BBTS still does it too. They have a dedicated what's it called, stop motion artist there too.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool little skill to have. I mean, I wish I had the patience for it, but yeah, there's no way. But yeah, he's done a lot of their stop motion work for their figures and stuff. So that's the eyes too. It's like every time I see like people like animate the eyes, like how do you do that? It's like that's so cool. It's like because obviously the face sculpt is static, so I mean they got to do it somehow to get the squint or the wide eye or something. So. But again, it's pretty cool. I mean, the fact that these are like kind of just, I mean, limited, limited, scale or in a limited articulation, articulated figures, and you can, get a full battle scene and everything coming out from them. So
I think that and also having like something stop motion at a convention before they actually show off the figure lines would be awesome. Like a huge like introduction.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see here. Add this back to the stage.
I'll move on. This one is going to be an update.
You're Batman.
my in-art Batman now.
Yeah, in art.
What's it called? They fixed the face sculpt. This was the original face sculpt they were going with, but they fixed it, so it comes out July. There's Rob.
There's Rob.
Sorry, guys.
As soon as we're talking about Batman, he shows
Yeah,
up.
that's right.
Yeah.
Like I'm Batman.
Yeah.
But they fixed it. It's coming out July. I'm actually glad because I feel like a lot of companies aren't really updating stuff and giving out like full announcements.
Yeah.
And that's like going to the next one. SHF actually retooled this, so it's now a true American 6-inch.
Really?
Yes, they actually made it taller after so much backlash.
That's awesome.
I just think you couldn't mix this figure in with other lines at all because it was so much shorter. He was shorter than Wolverine. So.
He's even shorter than the some collectibles. What's it called? Street Fighter figures. I mean, and now they're scaling towards. I'm gonna guess closer to Jada. They're around 6.1 inches.
Okay.
I wish they just showed some like a figure near next to it about another line, rather than just a figure by itself again.
Apologies for the lateness.
You're good.
You're good, man. You were hanging out with your other friends.
Yeah, Trevor asked. I woke up from a nap and had a DM from Trevor. It was like, "Hey, you want to be on the show?" And I was like, "Okay." So I like rushed down and.
It's like, hey, man, I got my other show, man. It's like you gotta. I'm the star of the other one.
I got to plug this show on that show though, so that's.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. Be two birds with one hand.
Yeah.
This one is the Universal Monsters mashup with TMNT, and this is Shredder.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
that face up is so good.
So it's just like, is this a color variation? Because I think there was another one already, right?
I believe so. This is
Yeah.
gonna be a Target exclusive. This is just the Crimson version.
Oh, okay. Oh, is this not the SDCC exclusive?
Is the other one STC exclusive? I thought it's just the stuff that is the Surfer Wave is like the exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one says Crimson Target exclusive.
Oh,
But
okay. Yeah.
I
Target.
saw this one in the other colorway, and honestly, this colorway looks way cooler. It reminds me of the Gary Oldman tequila.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I thought this was. Yeah, I thought that's what it was being inspired by.
That's what I feel like too, with how it looks on the what's it called, the actual like lines, like trying to mimic that look. I think they've been killing it with their what's it called, their stuff. Also, I'm just glad we're getting more rats, not just Mezco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just bet these rats are gonna be far bigger since they're more close to 7-inch scale.
They're gonna be cat Mezco size.
Yeah.
As a Mezco cat.
It's
That
I also
helped.
wonder.
This is tempting.
Universal Dracula comes with a bunch of animals too, so it's kind of like he comes with like a possum and a something else, a big spider thing.
The NECA one?
Yeah.
I think this one comes with like a few others. So I think like a turtle with a little candle on it. If I remember.
Yeah.
No, I think this looks amazing. I mean, NECA.
It's a really cool crossover. Yeah.
NECA has good sculpts, but it's also like articulation wise, it's what you get.
Yeah.
Right here, yeah. Wait, is it here? Yeah, turtle with a little candle on it. Which I was like, it's kind of a cool accessory, but I wouldn't pay for this figure for that.
it's
And again, I'm also not a turtle collector, but I think this would be an awesome thing just to have. I think they did like a what's it called, a Van Helsing Splinter one, I believe, right? Back then.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Splinter and housing.
I have a lot of this line.
I bet you Domingo is going to pick this up. This is
Yeah.
very much in Domingo's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
oh really?
And then everyone's been looking at.
Esco. I'm a little upset about this one. Got to be honest.
Why is that?
Because the blue one's not out yet.
Because the blue one's not out yet.
Yeah.
Had
That was
Yeah.
everyone was.
Yeah.
we could have, them pushing this makes, if I'm being skeptical, it makes me think like, well, what is it about the first one that you don't want me to see until you put this one out for purchase? Like that's my skeptical brain. But I wish we could have kind of seen it in hand a little bit before they put this one out. And I'm only going to get this if there's substantial different heads and accessories.
Yeah.
I feel like there might not be. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't
And this
know either.
the suit looks different too. It looks more.
I was gonna say
cloth and-
I was gonna say about Chris's thing is that the suit we saw before was a lot more like the what's it called, like the plasticky
leather.
look.
More like
leather.
Death
Yeah.
Matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Softer material.
And I feel like they probably had issues with that because I think
Uh.
Paige said that it's gonna be August to September. I'm gonna guess September since it's always after SCCC.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say like September, October. We're gonna probably start getting it of the blue one, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the fact that they had to change this.
Suit, yeah. And the thing is, I mean, Nightwing. I mean, the blue's classic though. That's like you want to have the blue.
Yeah, that's the colorway you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I associate red with Batman Beyond. Like that's
Yes.
what
Red
Yeah,
and blue.
or
Red Hood.
Batman
Red
and
Hood.
Robin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the
Oh, Batman. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, because that's what Chris O'Donnell has is this sort of reddish. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, guys, though, but I always hate this freaking little teeth sculpt they always add. Like it's always there for some reason. They did it with the Ascending Night Batman sculpt, and it always irritated me so much.
Yeah.
You don't like the teeth? You don't like them?
It's just two little teeth where it's like, why add it there?
it's not their best thing. It's not their best thing.
I think the head sculpt though looks really good besides the teeth. Though. I like the hair and the strands coming off.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah. They're even though when the blue in my head is Nightwing, the red looks really nice. It looks like he might have some more like lightning kind of accessories, maybe. I don't know. Just kind of looking at it, and I looking at the suit, I do maybe kind of prefer this suit a little bit more if it is like a more like
A softer sort of material.
yeah, like a
spandexy.
It's
Yeah.
spandex,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess for the exclusive wise for SDCC, it's gonna be because they said multiple. So I'm gonna guess it's this. If the Crab Louie one is real, then that one, and then the truck. Which
Oh, you
I
got Gomez. I think 100% Gomez is going to be the.
Well, I
Which
think that's
one?
gonna be like there, but it's already been out, So I think it's gonna probably most likely be like not an official SDC exclusive. You know,
Man, just wait for that rumbler though, man.
that's what I'm saying, dude. I had to walk with the Gears of War Lance replica the entire time at Comic Con last time. I couldn't imagine carrying 2 rumblers in a backpack.
Wait, what Rumbler? What are we talking about?
Oh,
Well, have you not seen the Rumbler?
You haven't seen?
Chris, man.
I don't. I
it's
don't
like-
think we save it.
I-
Let's go find out.
It's just there's just that YouTube video, right? There hasn't been an official like.
No official thing. I had pictures, but there are no like Instagram post about it. They already showed off, and people have it in hand. What's it called? The Mezco SUV that they showed off a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one the one that comes with Death Enter.
Wait, it comes with Death Adder?
A
Yeah.
new exclusive. Death
a
Adder.
new,
Yeah.
a new exclusive Death
Yeah.
Adder, yeah. Let me
Damn,
see
that's gonna
here.
be pricey.
Do you think they're gonna add that though as SDC? That's like an expensive exclusive. Like,
Well, it depends
I'm
if they're releasing it here in the next few days or
Yeah.
not. Or during MezcoCon, or is it over? I don't know. Like,
I don't think so. If you want to look that up real quick, John,
I'm not sure what the MezcoCon
because I think it's like
timeline is.
I just hope they release these soon for the like prices too and
Yeah.
accessories before SDCC, or not too close to it. Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to make a decision beforehand,
Yep.
not just right then and there. And I'm getting the freaking figure.
Yeah. I've got a friend who's going, and he's like, "Let me know if you need anything," and I prefer to let him know ahead of time. This is what I
Yeah.
need, as opposed to like the day before. Like, dude, this
Yeah.
is
There's also a portal to get the exclusives first. That's what I was talking about in the group chat. I know you probably didn't see it, Chris, about everyone letting me know what they want, because you can get it now and just pay for it now.
oh,
And they'll just, when you go there, you just show them a receipt, they give it to you.
Really?
Mezco stuff isn't available.
No,
yet.
Mezco, it's something they like some Hasbro stuff, but not every exclusive. I'm gonna guess not Mezco, because this is pushing getting close to SDCC.
Yeah. And again, not like try not to be negative, but if this is buy now and people can just get this at the convention, and meanwhile people pre-ordered it, who knows how long ago, that would also irk me a little bit.
This did say, if I remember correctly, well, a lot of their other stuff is after SDCC. So, for shipping wise, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be at SDCC. So it's gonna most likely be a buy now situation,
Yeah.
where you get it after, but you pay for it now.
Excuse me, guys, but Mezco is perfect, and all their decisions are fantastic.
This one I'm honestly excited for.
He's the company man now.
What
Hey,
Mark
I'm in
call
that-
me,
I'm-
Mr. Mezco? Mr. Mezco?
I'm in that chat now too, Rob.
Yeah.
So I gotta play by the rules.
Yeah,
as
man,
well.
you got to be nice, right?
I don't know. Actually, I can't find that. I wonder if they took down who did the video. Oh, I remember. 'Cause I've actually seen his some of his stuff before. They may have taken it down.
It was
Maybe
a story I sent in the chat. The story, so it's not gonna be there anymore.
Oh, they
Yeah, but it was on YouTube. That
it was on. Yeah, it was actual YouTube video. Let me see.
What do you mean?
here.
Like,
that
That's
Mezco
what-
Rumbler video.
like a review of it.
Yeah. What the hell? They're making a Running
Yeah, it was like a
Man?
full. It was a full,
Running Man remake with Michael
Yeah.
Cera,
Dude, it's what's that one director?
Edgar Wright, who does
Edgar
Shaun of
Wright,
the
yeah,
Dead.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright, yeah, and Glenn Powell as Ben Bridges.
That's
I
the
guess.
only reason why I have hope for it, because I love Edgar Wright movies. I don't think there's a single movie I dislike.
I mean, it looks like he nailed the tone of the book from that trailer.
I haven't
and-
seen it yet, but it's like I just saw the thumbnail on YouTube. I was like, what the heck?
It
I was
does
like,
not
there's-
look like the Schwarzenegger movie.
No.
Well, I mean, kinda. I mean, well, like the game show parts of it, I guess, and that looks kind of. It looks kind of. It's just a more modern modern
Yeah.
telling of the Running Man, but
So, Dimitri, you said you were excited about this. Why are you excited?
Yeah,
about
so this is Valaverse. They're doing World War II figures. I
Mhm.
honestly would love a Band of Brothers figures.
that'd be cool.
Like, just the whole platoon. I would just love that. Also, my other thing too is one of my biggest things for horror is I would love like a World War II horror movie, especially with how much Hitler was getting into their cult and all that, making his soldiers grow. I would love to do World War II horror picks. I think it was the newest Love, Death, and Robots season. Like episode, second last episode was like a horror themed World War II thing, and even Overlord. I would love to do stuff like that.
Have you read Hellboy?
Yes, I meant more like horror. I feel like
Yeah,
Hellboy.
I mean, not the occult, more like horror stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think this is. I mean, this is just one of their things. I think the other thing, especially Rob and I are excited for, are those like those fodder figures.
Yeah, it's called Extras. The
Yes,
Extras
I
line.
think it's.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another thing.
They're like goons.
Yes.
Just like random goons.
We haven't heard anything from freaking Splinter Cell in forever. I'm hoping these figures are good because one thing I don't like about Valorverse is how their sculpts look all the time. I hate like their shoulder pads and all that and how it looks. It just looks a bit off to me. So I hope this is a bit better because the only thing we have Splinter Cell wise is a Netflix show coming out, and that's been like delayed to hell. But they're adding this too though, which I'm kind of glad. Just accessory wise, it's just like figures just to have background. I would love to have this as an accessory pack.
Man, they did take it down, or he did take it down. Happy.
Here, I found a whatever, just an Instagram post. I'll send to the chat.
If you want to pull that up, John, then take my screen down.
It's in the Geeked.live chat.
Yeah, those do look pretty nice for accessories.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like too though throwing clothes on these figures and having those background figures, even like for like Mezco, the Killers, and anything like slasher wise, be perfect. I feel like I was always looking at freaking what's it called? Just the Marvel Legends, like the just fodder women figures like Mary Jane and all that. They've gone up so much, like $52 now. No, I don't want to buy that.
Yeah.
Especially the head sculpt wise, I'm glad we're getting multiple head sculpts. I just wonder if this is going to be individual figures and an accessory pack alongside of it, because I wouldn't want all 4 figures at once in like a whole pack.
I bet you some of those accessories will come in per pack. You know, like one will be the dumbbells, one will be like the rack set and all that.
Yeah. I think this one this is their next weapon accessory pack they're gonna start doing. I just really want this freaking package, dude. I just want that. I just love having a bunch of boxes and accessories laying around. And that's like the one thing go ahead, John.
No, go ahead.
The one thing I do pick up from Valorverse a lot is their weapon packs. Because they do scale so well with like Joes or Legends and anything like that.
Oh, Toymarks in the house. What's up, Toymarks?
Hey.
What's up?
Endless Fables is in here. Hey, everyone. Yeah, and of course, Bobby's getting into O-Ring now, so that's become like a whole thing in some of our groups that I'm in. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Do you think it'll do as good though as like their other figures? Because I feel like for me a big thing is I like the the actual sturdiness of the actual Valorverse figures. I do feel like Joe's especially the weapons, they got more gummy as they came along, and I don't like that feeling. But I also just feel like
they've gotten better though from that though. I think a lot of the
newer figures.
Yeah, I think a lot of the guns have gotten a lot better. But again, it comes and goes. Yeah, I know the dial tone that I got, his gun's really sturdy.
Nice, that's good because I hated when I got the like grunt figures. Those were like literally just the heat of California, and not even that hot. It's literally already bending.
Yeah. I know I have some that were kind of just like they were just warped like that from the Texas heat. It's just like, oh gosh.
The weird thing though about Vala doing O-ring like classic Joe figures is that like he I feel like with the contemporary O-ring figures that come out, it's a lot of nostalgia. It's like, oh, I had that. It's a little bit nicer than it was when I was a kid, blah, blah, blah. But it's like he's going to be making up his own characters, which I feel like isn't going to hit as nostalgia. It'll be like, oh, this kind of looks like this other guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing as Delta?
I was going to say Delta 17 is doing the same thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's literally going to be taking business away from Delta is what we're saying, John.
And that's the thing, though. Delta 17 are pretty cheap. They're really cheap for what they are, and you get a lot out of it. Like, not just to, just because you're the photographer, John. Like, they're actually a good freaking deal for what you're getting. And
I love playing with them, too. I love, I haven't done O-ring since I was a little kid. And then getting, when I got, my first Delta 17 pack, I was like, man, these are so nice. I mean, and you know, they're in the articulation because I got a couple O-ring vintage Joes, you know, during Joe Fest, and those I had held in a long time. I was like, oh, there's no wrist. I mean, that's right. There was no wrist swivel. There was no, you know, no bicep swivel. There was no like this and that. I was like, oh shoot, it's like, you know, because a lot of the stuff that Delta 17, you know, improved upon, but keeping that nostalgia, you know, I wish I had that on my old vintage Joes now. So it's like, well,
Yeah.
it's like I was kind of gonna go down a vintage kick, and just get it, you know, cherry pick some vintage O-ring Joes, but then it's like, nah, it's like after playing around with a couple of them I got from the show, I'm like, I'm gonna stick with Delta 17.
Yeah.
It's just like they're just so much, you know, better. But I mean,
Delta
it
17
just,
better than GI Joe. Got it.
yeah, at least in the vintage, right? Because I mean, even with
Sure.
posing, it's just
Well, I think
crazy.
that's like the. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna just say, like, yeah, I mean, you know, and the fact that it's its own thing, right? And I think that's
Yeah.
what fans are liking about it. It's not okay. There's not just aping on GI Joe, and you know, if you know, much success to Bobby too. I mean, he's got that built-in fan base where, you know, it's basically his characters in O-ring form. So if you like that format, you can just, you know, get your characters. You know, again, I'm not too familiar with Valaverse. So I know Condor is supposed to be like he's got like the Hawaiian shirt or something like that. He was actually, he's always thought about picking him up. He looked pretty cool.
He's always
then,
on store page, always ready to go.
Yeah, and it's just like certain characters. I mean, yeah, they'll be shrink down to O-ring format. So it's just, yeah, if you enjoy O-ring and you enjoy those characters, and yeah, that's another way of kind of, you know, enjoying them and playing with them and stuff. But
what would be cool is if he could get rights to the old, you know, because Action Force was actually a line, in England. So if he could like get the rights to some of those characters and make those into, you know what I mean?
Well,
then you would have some built-in nostalgia thing.
Looks like they have the Ubisoft license to do some stuff, maybe Ubisoft stuff. So like maybe Assassin's Creed, some more Ghost Recon stuff would be awesome, like the Tom Clancy stuff.
Or is Splinter Cell, is that Ubisoft?
Yes,
it is. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I always wanted
O-ring Splinter Cell figures is what we're looking.
I just want Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon I grew up with so much. I just want Ghost Recon figure, especially Future Soldier. That's like one of my favorite. Like, it's not my favorite, but I just love it. I would love to see stuff come out from this. But O-ring wise, I think, like you said, John, that like Delta 17 really like captured that like mixture between modern and old. Because I feel like 118 scale, you either have like nostalgia or stuff like Acid Rain or Joy Toy that really push 118 that could really go to it. But they're expensive. I think like I'm looking at Acid Rain like $80 per figure. I'm like, that's a let's go.
You know, or you have Skeletron too. I mean, which I don't think they're not O-ring, but they're 118 scale, and it just again, it's just different type of, you know, technology, different type of setup. Again, whatever floats your boat, whatever's your jam. So, go figure goes. You know, I've never heard John talk about that much about any line ever. we're just talking about Four Horsemen. You missed out. Go figure go. We were just hyping up Four Horsemen a little while ago.
I'm just glad though that this weapon pack though does like have more realistic colors. I'm so tired of like the wacky thrown in yellow guns. I hate that about those.
Oh yeah.
I literally just talked to Trevor about that line tomorrow.
The rocket launcher and the rocket accessories, that looks pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I really want the shotguns for Punisher because I don't want them to spend a fortune on that PX exclusive Punisher just for the guns.
I have a couple weapons packs.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
And then this is more of their Valaverse stuff. I'm just my other thing too is I like the color scheme a bit more than Joe's. I know Joe's is a bit more like cartoony and all that, but that's why I kind of go from like I'm definitely getting that new the police / SWAT Joe's coming out. I'm definitely getting
I like those. Yeah,
those look really nice.
Yeah,
I'm definitely getting the firefighter ones. But I'm also glad. I do like the whole thing that he keeps in mind that there are drug collectors and that he mixes like they can use their same guns, the same armor pieces. I do enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't have a attachment to him, so it's like G.I. Joe's my jam. So it's like I know the characters, I grew up with them, so I just stick with that. I don't, don't really have any. I don't feel like I don't think it's worth the investment, especially with everything else I'm getting to go ahead
Yeah.
and jump in a line that's very similar to Classified. It's just like
Mhm.
I'll just stick with Classified rather than just try and get in with this similar line, and then
It's the
try to
same with
understand
action. Oh, what was it? The Big Bad Toy Store one, the Fresh Monkey. Like those are
Yeah.
also hard to get into because like those are similar as well. It's better on articulation and sculpt and like detail, but you're also like it's too similar and more expensive.
Yeah, and I think the only ones I would get would be the actual military officers characters, like the actual like general looking guys. I mean, those would look great with G.I. Joe. I mean, having
Yeah.
like a officer in there kind of just giving orders or just having like as background characters, something like that, like in the war room or something.
Yeah.
But that those one-offs were, I just like, yeah, it's like I definitely want to get those. Or they have some scientist looking characters. I mean, like again, like just fodder, just army build, just builders that you can just have it as background characters, stuff like that. That's what I would pretty much like pick up on.
Yeah, I feel like for me too, like these figures, I'm not gonna buy every single one of them, but I do like that they're an option because I definitely want like the figures for background for like military stuff or just background in general. Like I think Fresh Monkey's coming out with those what's it called? It's like the monster for CIA agents and they also have like demon faces. Like that's pretty cool. I think that's an idea of switching it up. I think this too bad KT's not here to help us with McFarlane.
I don't know who this is. Who is it?
This is a Batgirl variant. I don't know if I'm exactly what. It's Stephanie Brown as Batgirl.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I. I'm just glad I keep saying though. Soft good capes with Wired.
Yeah. Soft good cape.
And then another Batman
Another Batman.
from No Man's
Which
Land.
one is it? No Man's. Okay, I was about to say it's like.
I tell you what, I don't McFarlane very often, but I got the new movie Superman.
Yep.
From McFarlane. That cape is awesome. It's a really, really great cape. I hate the scaling, and like all the usual McFarlane problems, but like, yeah, the cape's really cool.
We're saying you came on, it looks better than the SHF.
Yeah,
it does. It yeah, very much so. There's somebody keeps posting. Huh? Someone keeps posting pictures of Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
From
yeah. We were talking about that earlier with the SHF one.
Yeah, that face is just a little off.
You have to now get the SHF one. Do comparison, Rob? Though
I don't think so. I'm just gonna hold out for Mezco.
There's a 1/9 one on VC Toy Box if you just want a big old Superman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I want one bigger than the McFarlane I've already got. So, and then, yeah, I'll just wait for Mezco or Mafex.
I've got the Rumbler up. I can share it, Dimitri.
There we go.
Yes, please.
Let Chris see this thing.
Oh, I've seen it. I just
okay.
I didn't know that it was potentially up for.
I mean, you saw like a little promo shop. But
yeah, but this is like
in hand. I mean,
I will say, I wish there was some paint on it.
That was my biggest issue. I was like, this doesn't feel like it feels like a ramen toy with lights.
Yeah, pretty much.
But maybe that keeps the cost down. So who knows? But yeah.
I bet those doors don't.
Yeah. It's really roomy, and you can. One guy had a Gomez or this guy did. He had a Gomez in the front seat, and
I think he had
fit perfectly.
Death Adder too. I think the first Death Adder. So
yeah.
What's weird is that he showed the first Death Adder, not the new exclusive one.
Well, I don't think it came with it though. It may have. It's weird.
They may not have sent it to him.
Right. They may have just sent him the Rumbler.
If this video's down, I bet he wasn't supposed to publish it yet because I bet so. Somebody broke their NDA.
That's crazy, man. It's like, God, hopefully he's okay because it's like, I mean, he was hyping on Mezco, but it's just like, maybe he didn't read the fine print. And just
they're very.
The lights are awesome. That's cool.
Yeah,
they're very specific on those NDAs. Just saying. Yeah.
Also, back to that comment about the what's it called, mom van. That was the Rob's issue with the Valaverse one too.
Yeah.
This one looks a little better than that one.
Actually,
it's just those like curved lines and stuff on that Valaverse.
The Valaverse one you held.
Yeah.
Yeah. At Joe Fest, because a buddy of mine has he was given it. Another buddy of mine gifted him the I think it's like the Mud Street was it damn Vanguard. It's like tan and it's got like like mud on the tires on the side, and he just gave it to him. And I was like, I held it for a little bit. I was like, it's not too bad, but yeah, it does give a little bit. It's not really tactical. It doesn't feel like really rugged.
Yeah,
It just I was kind of like,
but I get it. I get it. You can only license whatever vehicle. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like you can, but it looks like just a minivan to me.
Yeah. What are we thinking price wise?
I guessing 425.
Yeah, I'm thinking
450?
above 4. Above
yeah,
4.
I'm thinking 4.
The strike suit I know was 350, but that was a couple years ago, and then though this probably has less tooling. I'm gonna imagine.
Ulysses Claw. He never came out. He was one of the people they teased.
No,
was that the rat guy? The rat guy?
No, Ulysses S. Claw was the guy with the claw. Diplo was.
Can you go back real quick, John? To the.
He's on the packaging also. I think.
No, to the other picture with the Death Adder.
Oh yeah.
That gives me Mad Max vibes. So much.
Yeah.
I just would love a Mezco Mad Max.
That would be awesome.
Pretty cool.
So Death Adder's got a robot arm now?
Yes.
Yeah, and this very
Johnny Silverhand moment.
And see, I saw the stop motion. I don't know if it was for Death Adder or actually I think it was for Death Adder from years ago. And I was like, oh, I didn't know for some reason I thought Death Adder was the bad guy and going against Hazard
It
Gomez.
looks like it, not gonna lie.
And so it's just like, oh, so now I have to get Death Adder and I have to get Hazard was it Hazard Gomez? Either the black or a blue shirt Gomez.
The blue shirt.
So.
Yeah.
I like the black. Actually, I like the black shirt better. I think the black shirt and the tan pants, I think, go a little bit better. But I think I'm not sure which one's the most expensive out of the two.
I think the black one is the what's it called? Blue shirt is far more common.
All the Gomez have shot up recently for some reason.
Yeah,
they've all shot up really bad.
Biggest thing on this figure so far is looking at it looks like the fake leather or fake leather they use. And that head sculpt already is super glossy for the Death Adder.
Yeah.
And I think that's just going to reflect so much light. That's either going to be too dark with super high highlights or it's going to be impossible to shoot. And the only resemblance is that golden arm.
It's still better than because their usual black figures, though. You know what I mean? Soak up all the light so bad.
Yeah. I was messing with the lobster guys. I take this suit. Oh, excuse me. The suit just it just gobs up light. It's like I had to put so much light on the
and there's details on it too,
brothers.
Right?
Yeah, there's pinstripes and everything, but still just it's almost like a void. It just sucks up the light so bad.
They need to do just a dark gray to mimic black, basically, so they can not be
those black skulls are the worst for that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're basically silhouettes,
head to toe.
And
yeah.
Wasn't also what's it called? Wasn't there a complete not the first Agent Gomez, but wasn't there another black Agent Gomez that was completely black as well? Or no? Am I just wrong?
He's got a suit. First Agent Gomez has a suit. So it's Reservoir Dog style.
I couldn't imagine though taking this picture, a picture with the vehicle and Death Adder in it. It's gonna be completely black.
That's just do some rim lighting and do a lot of fill lighting. I can see Chris he's contemplating this. He's contemplating this big boy purchase. He's like,
what are you thinking, Chris?
That's about it. I don't know.
It's coming. I mean, a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on this. I would prefer to get Doc Nocturnal's vehicle. And space is really rough. I got the Dragon coming, and so this looks really cool. But I just can't see myself shooting it, and I'd rather wait for the Doc Mobile.
If I didn't have the ramen van already, I might be more primed.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I just since I just picked up that van, it's just I think I'm good. It's I'm having fun with that. I got to finally shoot around it today and finally get to use it for some shots. But the with this and then with the other Joe vehicle, the little one-seater that's that they dropped a couple months ago, that's coming. The Ecto 1, it's just I'm good. I don't need this. I got enough combat vehicles to keep me satisfied right now.
You know, it'd be such a cool shot, but so hard to do. Just like get all your vehicles and just do like a wacky vehicle race, you know. But like you would just need so much space to do that. Like,
You just need to go outside for that, dude.
Yeah, it would be outside, long table and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I just love that second comment, by the way. Another thing. That one right there. The pre-order window. I saw
from
Yimbo page. Yeah,
I've got that McFarlane Batmo Beast too. It'd be great behind this for like a Mad Max type shot.
Yeah.
And then Faded Hammer, we have the Snowcat coming.
It is weird that Lago got this. I didn't know he was such a Mezco. Like I knew he liked Mezco, but I didn't know he repped Mezco like that. So it's interesting.
Who's that?
Lago Figs, the guy whose account this is on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hopefully Happy Pursuits didn't
he just got one straight from the source in China.
I don't know. He credited Mezco on his video, and then I guess it got taken down. So
they'll do that. Like I said, I was thinking he probably broke his NDA. So
I figured. Somebody would. I figured he got the okay already. Since maybe it was different for YouTube, since like photos you're gonna have to that gets like a time release, or you have to be approved, whereas the video is just it's just like, oh yeah, I just got the new figure, I got this new whatever, and people do it all the time.
I don't think so. I feel like doesn't The Amazing post a video around the same time as the photographers post their pictures as well?
Yeah, he posted right after we did, like a couple days.
Yeah. I feel like at least we got to see what it looks like before everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
they definitely don't want information like that out before the actual drop, because part of it is
before announcements.
The FOMO, right? Yeah, like you want to
that
get
makes
as many people. Yeah, you don't want people to have to decide. They have to decide right then, or it's gonna.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably why they don't do a lot of they don't show the accessories. They don't show a lot of the stuff before the drop. They just say, hey, this is coming. It's just one photo, or even like the ones y'all did with the Agent Gomez. It was just, you didn't really see, you saw some of the different head sculpts, but not a lot. And then boom, then they dropped the the actual pre-order, or the the order, and then you saw, oh, this is what it comes with, and then you had to decide, oh, do I want it or don't I? And then if you see everything in the flesh, kind of just like a bright light on top of everything, it's just like, then people start kind of like, I'm good. That's bad though, because it's like that's $400 something or whatever. It's like I think I'm good. I saw it. If I'd seen it on the drop, if they had just announced it and they dropped it like the next day, I'd probably be I would be on the fence. But after seeing it for a couple weeks, I was like, yeah, I'm good. And they definitely don't want that.
I think the other thing too is that it's a YouTube video. So you're gonna not have the best lighting. You're gonna have lighting that's just really overexposed. Right. So your guys' photography shots are gonna show it off way better. That might be more interested. This, I'm like, no. If it's I'm gonna guess 450 because of the fact that the motorcycle stuff is what, 250 before shipping and tax.
It was around that
200, like 180 or something like that.
How much was what's it called? Ghost Rider. I thought it was 250 or 240.
But Ghost Rider was 250.
Okay, Biker Gomez was 200 flat. Ghost Rider probably was around 250 because they had to pay for
licensing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess around 250 or 450 then for this one.
Jeez.
And I don't think I would also want to put
plus shipping.
My friend holding that at SDCC.
Plus shipping, which is going to be more.
Yeah.
Because it's a bigger box and everything. So, and I had a big discussion with Toy Page where he was like, FedEx is announcing more price hikes recently, so that shit's just gonna go up and up.
Oh man,
how much do you think shipping wise it will be?
$50. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, even Agent Gomez was pretty high though. I thought it
was 27. He was 27.
Yeah, and some people put even 30. So yeah.
For the new one.
Yeah,
for Agent Gomez,
You know if KT copped it? Because I know ours is insane.
He did not.
Okay, yeah. No, I know ours already was 21, 25 for shipping.
Yeah. He doesn't like 70s figures.
So. No, that was.
Yeah, but it is Mezco though.
I know. He wasn't interested. He said.
Nope. Same with Tangerine. Like when both of those won the voting, the contest, he was like,
Yeah,
"I
he's
can't
so
believe
mad."
that." He was so mad.
Turns out those figures are awesome though. So
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big problem. There are usually background pieces, unless you have the dial
Yeah.
for it, like there's a space for it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I got the van, kind of in as a, prominent shot in a couple shots that I had. So
But you do action shots with it though, 'cause that's like a hard.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I guess you can if you really fudge it a lot.
I was trying
Yeah.
to put the Batmobile in a shot the other day, the McFarlane Batmobile, and it
Oh,
it
yeah.
is difficult. It's
It
hard
is.
to
Yeah.
like balance the whole thing.
Dude, I couldn't imagine the guys who do like the shots where it's like the Batmobile or something down the street. Like, dude, imagine how big those tables and
Yeah.
I know,
lights
right? Yeah.
They have, like a
Marky's
helicopter in the background of the Batmobile. And you're like, how much
Yeah.
space do you have in your fucking
Yeah.
house?
Where do you live to have that freaking land? Just have a room like that.
Was it Mateo? I think he's done some pretty cool stuff like that, and he's like with the ramen van, with the Stinger, with like just vehicles, and just like he's got like a long. Now he shoots outside, but he has like he'll fudge it with like a black background. They'll have like a long table and just have like just throw dirt on it and just have like that as a action shot, like a little racing deal. But I was just like, dang, that's like freaking amazing. I mean, there's a lot of post stuff that he does afterwards, but still, it's just like gorgeous looking photo.
Gabe has a ton of like action shots with vehicles too.
Yeah. Like I couldn't even imagine that wacky races that y'all did for the Mezco collab. I was just like,
notice mine was just that they were in the shot with the vehicle.
yeah. I probably just
it wasn't like racing along.
Yeah. Did anybody pick up Mask?
I got the Camaro with Matt Tracker. That's all I got. So
that's it. Oh man,
they're too expensive. I want that big deluxe truck, but
59.
He was 69, I think, for the Thunderhawk, and then like it's 175 for the big deluxe one.
What is the scale of this? Like 1/18 or probably smaller?
No, it's smaller than that.
Is it? Yeah, I figured 118. So they're 2.75 inches.
Yeah.
It feels like sometimes you pay a tax for smaller figures, which just seems so odd.
So, yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean, I went all in. I had.
I mean, look, this is a licensed thing, also.
Yeah,
they're cool. They're awesome. I'd love to.
What is all in those 4 vehicles there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So
yeah, 324 for all that.
Yeah.
Not bad, I guess.
I mean, it's like it just hits the feels. Now I never had I never had the Rhino, but they're calling this the Mobile Defense Unit. This big, this big semi. I didn't have this. I always wanted this as a kid, so this was like immediately when I saw this, I was like, "Yep, I gotta finally, mark that off." I had this airplane with the bad guy. I just don't know what happened to it. Like,
that airplane turns into a helicopter.
Helicopter.
Huh?
Yeah.
Totally awesome.
Amazing.
Yep. The Condor, it's a motorcycle that turns into a helicopter, and then
that's a truck that turns into a helicopter.
I wish they just all turned into helicopters. Like that was the whole line.
I mean, the truck turns into a little rocket ship deal or a rocket at those rockets. But no, I love this line. Pretty much just because it was like easier to play with than Transformers for me. I wasn't a big just the trying to get them to transform was always hard, but I mean the package
box art is like that really captures that.
Yeah, the box art's awesome. I love the thought of you as a kid just like super frustrated.
Yeah.
That's
80s Transformers though. That's not.
That's how it was. I couldn't stand it. I would fling it across the room, and then
I have this vintage Jeep, and it has like a boat that pops out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna do it here because it's gonna pop right into my phone.
Yep.
But it's pretty.
I think I had that one too. That had so. I mean, it's crazy that I just like I go back and look and think about how many masks.
These figures are like super tiny though.
Yeah.
So are we saying that John's gonna go back and get 2.75 scale figures now?
No,
do it, man.
Just the
Delta Toys should do like a a subline that's like even smaller than the current one.
Yeah, and actually, I think maybe these vehicles might work with him a little bit, at least for the
No.
background. Just gonna,
No.
I mean, for background stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
background. You can
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, Deltas. I mean, O-rings. They're still pretty tiny. I mean, I was surprised how small they were.
It's because you're so used to the freaking Joy Toy Ultra Space Marine.
Yeah.
That's what we put the freaking the Krieg because it's like, oh yeah, these are 1/18 scale.
But I mean, just the box art, everything. I mean, the fact that little subjects, they got the rights to it, and then they fully are bringing it back. That's just so cool. I had to just go all in. And again, because they're smaller, it shouldn't take up that much space. So
here's a comparison between the two figures.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah, really tiny. So I don't think you have to really scale it.
Well, actually, and I saw Marky because at the DFW show, he actually as part of their toy photography panel, he actually showed a little force perspective tutorial. He actually did a pretty good job. He took a his tank that was maybe about that big, and then put it in the background, and he had the vamp. I think it was a vamp or one of the vehicles in the foreground, and it looked. I mean, it looked really really nice, like in scale. I mean, just having it in the background, and then having his. I think actually it was like the Stinger, but yeah, just playing with that. I mean, he did a good job because he took that out, and I'm usually bad about that. I try and play around with the force perspective, but I've never really been able to nail it. And he did it, like he set it up right there and just boom, perfect. I mean, that little his tank, was just a little thing that's on wheels, like a Hot Wheel. And just was able to just put in the background and make it look like it was oncoming, like it's coming after the Joes. So, but that's actually that's I'm actually excited. I mean, more excited now because I haven't held a mass figure or vehicle in a long time. So the fact that they look that small.
When was the last line for it? Like when was the last like when they were doing the line? Like what time?
Oh God, it was like
it was in the 80s. So it was during the heyday of GI. So it's basically, Hasbro wanted to do something that was like GI Joe and Transformers. So they did. Yeah, so it was like, oh, here's transforming vehicles that come with figures. So.
Yep. And for me, I was like, that was perfect. It was like the perfect, peanut butter and jelly mixture because it was just like I could have my, war or kind of. Warring factions, good guys and bad guys. And then they had like these cool little helmets I would put on and give them special abilities. And then, they had vehicles and they could transform, but then there wasn't a convoluted process to get them to transform. It was like a button you would press. Like you would hit the fender and it was just like something, it would pop or whatever, jump. So
if there's more, would you buy it? Because it says Wave 1 complete.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably.
These are like the big vehicles, the ones that are coming out.
Yeah.
These are the ones that everybody wanted.
These are the heavy hitters, and then they'll have little stuff here and there. I mean, if they come out with another Boulder Hill, which was like the big play set.
Yeah.
I mean, like right there, Faded Hammer.
Probably like $300 or something.
You would think, even at that scale,
considering
maybe
the price of that truck, like the deluxe truck.
Yeah, I guess so. But because how much is the truck by itself? 170. Okay, yeah, 175. Yeah, I could see
that's for the deluxe one with the extra figures, but
oh, is that what? I don't know. I didn't. Again, I just went in there.
Blind buy, yeah.
I just bought the all in. I was like, that's a given. That's like a.
This is really cool though. It's got like rubber tires.
Yeah.
Does.
They're really. I mean, they were built to last back then. And I actually like the way the figures look. The old ones, even though the new one's supposed to have a little bit more face sculpt, or a little bit more detail in the faces. Yeah. It's just the. I don't know. I think they still have the knee bend articulation, but we'll see. We'll see how they come out. I haven't seen them in hand up close too much. I've seen a couple like people like at comic conventions, stuff like that, or at conventions, people them on the table and stuff like that, and people just kind of passing by with their cameras and stuff. So
I feel like we used to have so many more different scales with different lines.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Toy, yeah,
I think
everything's either.
It's one. It's the issue of like I feel like people don't want to keep buying so much stuff, and then like the issue is dioramas now is more towards the customizer side.
Yeah.
That a lot of companies aren't doing play sets anymore to do photos, where it's like the price point just doesn't make sense to have too many different scales. I mean, look at SHF, how they got just completely berailed with their what's it called, X-Men one that they had to make it scaled up more.
Yeah.
Like I just don't see it happening having more scales because I mean, moving to 1/18th, I have to make more dios now. 1/18th, and I'm just like I'm annoyed. Like literally, this is right here is just a 1/18th scrap die I'm doing for the Warhammer stuff of just scraps I just have. So I'm like, I guess I'll use scraps this way, just putting a bunch of stuff together, making a dio.
That's the. I'm gonna need you to make some. I guess whatever scale that is for mask. I'm gonna have to, as far as a dials for that.
Even smaller one.
Yeah, that's like.
I'm always down. It's just a thing of like.
Send him the old mountain playset and see if he can make it.
Yeah, there you go. I can send the specs for that.
It probably costs me $300. Have you sent mine off yet?
Yes, it's sent off today. I texted you this morning. It should be there. I think it said Monday next week.
Awesome.
So it's gonna be too bad.
Thank you, D.
Tomorrow.
No problem.
Thank you, D. I appreciate it.
I try to make sure it's completely secure. If there's any issues, just let me know.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if we want to keep going, John, but if you do, I have a bunch more stuff. The new figures.
Well, I mean, we're already hitting the time there, so
yeah. I've been on stream for 3 hours, guys. So.
Oh man, this is still a pity party for Rob. 3 hours. Hanging out with Trevor, hanging out with Miles. Like, yeah, it's just. I did catch part of it though. I think it was the first photo because I was bouncing around doing stuff, and I guess they were giving you a hard time because you were a little bit too nice. It's like you were like Rob's like, this photo's good. It's good.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's like, no, man. It's like, it's like
I got better as I went along. It was my first one.
Off, so. The lights over here, you got moving over here, this and that. It's like,
I did pretty good. I think.
So
they said they were gonna have me on again. So
nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we can always be on there too. I mean, we can always just.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Moz and Trevor if they wanted to come over here, but I think they had to go.
So. Have a little collab. We can always do
That'd been funny if I'd shown up with 3 guys.
have a little cross show going on.
How many
go on there for a little bit.
Have on here at the same time?
I think like wasn't it like 10?
10, I think. On the current package I'm on, I think it can be 10. So
that's why we need the whole GOC on here to do Superman talk.
People keep asking me to be on other shows, but then it's always like a last minute thing. Like Paige last week was just like right before I went on.
Yeah, I've gotten used to that. So I've kind of gotten used to kind of just the sorry I can't, because a lot of times it is last minute. Sometimes I'll be just like, hey, we're gonna have this stream, you want to hop on? It's like, I don't know. I'm actually in the middle of something. It's like I like to have my stuff planned like Tuesdays. Yeah, 2 days is for this, and then if you give me advance notice, I can do it. But kind of spur of the moment is always kind of tough because it's like I got stuff to do. So
at least there's a lot of shows going on. I think like literally right after ours, it's Raven Eyes Studios is their live stream.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
But we will cap it there. And like we mentioned earlier in the stream, I think you were gone, Rob. But since me and you are going to go see the movie next Tuesday, we won't have a show. Unless Dimitri and Chris want to have fun, but we're going to be sitting in the theater watching Superman.
That's right.
Yeah. So no show next week, but then we should be back the following week. I think I got to look at my schedule because I think vacation's starting to come up. I'm going to be doing some traveling here. So, but definitely looking forward to next Tuesday. See what the movie's all about. Check that out. And I'm excited. I can't wait. It's just Superman's back. He's back. So
everything I keep hearing looks awesome. So
yep. And then like Faded Hammer said, it is the 4th of July. So I want to wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July. If you do fireworks or if you're just grilling, because grilling can be kind of dangerous too. For some, if I've seen some of those videos, people can, burn a whole backyard down just from making hot dogs. But everyone have a good, happy 4th of July, and we will see y'all in a little bit. So everyone take care.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep. See you guys.
Yep.